Okay, so picture this. You're feeling totally fine, right? You hop into the back of a car, and then just minutes later, bam. This sudden, totally unexpected wave of nausea just hits you out of nowhere. You might be glaring at the dashboard, kind of wondering what on earth is wrong with the vehicle. But the real drama, the real mystery here is actually happening completely inside of you. Okay, let's dive into this. Why in the world does sitting perfectly still on a super comfortable cushion in a moving car suddenly make us so sick? Well, spoiler alert, the vehicle really isn't to blame at all. It's actually this spectacular, behind-the-scenes sensory miscommunication that is playing out right inside your head. To really understand it, we need to call our key witnesses to the stand. So, first to the stand in our little biological courtroom drama, your visual system. Right now, as you're sitting there in the passenger seat, your eyes are pretty relaxed. They're just casually scanning the environment directly in front of you, taking in all the completely static scenery of the car's interior. And here's the thing, because the interior of the car isn't moving relative to your body, your frame of reference is completely static. Your eyes are observing the back of the seat, maybe your hands resting in your lap, and they are drafting this incredibly confident report to your brain. They're basically saying, hey boss, we are completely still. Zero motion detected down here. Let's move on and see how this builds, because our second witness has a completely contradictory story. Enter your ears. While your eyes are sitting there utterly convinced that you're practically parked on a living room sofa, your ears are picking up on the physical truth of the situation. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it's not about hearing the rumble of the engine or the tires on the road. It's about a hidden biological motion detector called your vestibular system. Deep, deep inside your inner ear are these specialized canals, and they're filled with fluid. When the car accelerates or hits the brakes or takes a sharp turn, that liquid literally sloshes around, perfectly mapping out the G-forces of your journey. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact problem we run into. We now have a massive, real-time sensory mismatch. On one side of the room, the eyes are shouting, hey, we're stopped. But on the other side, that inner ear fluid is swirling around like crazy, sending urgent signals saying, no, we are definitely in motion. So two highly trusted sensory organs are suddenly reporting two completely opposite truths. You can almost imagine the argument breaking out in your head. The eyes get all defensive, right? They're like, look, we are looking right at the seat in front of us and it is not moving. We are completely still. What is wrong with you guys? But the ears, oh, they aren't backing down for a second. They're feeling the literal G-forces of the road. They aggressively fire back. Are you kidding? The liquid is practically doing laps down here. We are moving and we are moving fast. And, of course, the eyes just double down on their visual evidence. You won't listen to us. We said it's not moving, so it is absolutely not moving. The whole thing turns into this rapid-fire, chaotic shouting match, and all of this frantic, totally contradictory data is simultaneously uploaded to the boss. So, enter the panicked judge, your poor, confused brain. Sitting up there in the dark, relying entirely on these incoming reports, it is suddenly completely overwhelmed. I mean, it's receiving a powerful signal of absolute stillness, completely overlapping with a powerful signal of intense motion. It has to make a split-second decision on how to handle this, frankly, impossible sensory glitch. So the crucial point is how your brain reacts next. It relies on a deeply ingrained evolutionary logic for when senses start disagreeing like this. Step 1, register the conflicting signals. Step 2, assume the absolute worst. You see, out in nature, a sudden sensory malfunction usually means only one thing. You've ingested a neurotoxin. Step 3, full-on survival mode. Actually, scratch that, it's panic mode. If there's poison causing hallucinations, it needs to be flushed out immediately. And what is the absolute fastest way to empty the stomach? Exactly. The brain slams the big red eject button. Throwing up in the car isn't your body breaking down or malfunctioning. It's actually your brain's misguided, incredibly heroic attempt to save your life. It's quite literally fighting off an imaginary poison, all because your eyes and your ears couldn't agree on sitting still. So the next time you feel that awful, terrible wave of car sickness wash over you, are you going to blame the car? Or will you maybe just smile at the hilarious biological misunderstanding that's desperately trying to save you? Our bodies are just incredibly complex and sometimes beautifully confused machines. It definitely makes you wonder, what other weird, highly dramatic ways is your body secretly trying to protect you right now?